Who am I with now?
It's Matt Morrison here from Scotland.
Nice. And Matt, what's your business model? What do you do currently?
Yes, I'm primarily a property sourcer in Scotland. I've been buying stuff since sort of late 2022, but I'm probably best well known in Scotland for finding deals for other people. And then started a couple of agencies. So I've got a sales arm and a lettings arm. And then doing quite a lot of projects and buying some more volume as of sort of the last sort of year or so, really.
And you do decent volume. Like how many houses roughly you source in a month?
Yeah, so we do sort of between 20 to 30 properties a month. And in January 2026, a few months ago, we done 31, which was our best ever, which is a deal a day. So I was quite happy with that. So I think we'll probably do sort of at least hopefully 300 for clients this year.
That's decent volume. I like the deal a day. That's a good goal to have. I like that.
It was good. To be honest, April's actually not been quite as busy. I don't know how many we've done, but I've been on holiday. It was a bank holiday, and all these things come into play, doesn't it? So
yeah,
it's
definitely
not been quite as busy. So it's peaks and troughs like any business, but it usually sits. It's usually sort of low 20s, to be honest.
Nice. No, it's still really good volume. And why did you join this and sign up?
Yes, I'd met Ross once on holiday in Dubai, and I'd seen the guys online, and I just want to try and make a transition from sourcing properties mainly to trading stuff. I'd done my first trade in 2023, which went really well. We made 47 grand in like 5 weeks without doing anything, and I thought, fucking hell, this is real good. And I've done progressively more of that over the last few years, and I want to just try and transition where my business kind of runs without me and just frees up my time to go buy stuff and sell it back on.
Nice. I think what's clear is that we're both here for very similar reasons almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
What you've done better than me so far is got yourself out of the business a bit more. So,
yeah, I think it's because I'm inherently lazy. So I don't know, I just, I think you've done really well in other areas that I've not, I suppose.
No, I appreciate that, but yeah, I think that's almost like a good trait. It's like where you actively looked how to free your time, which is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and if you could give a bit of advice to like your former self, if you go back right to the start, with what you know now, like what would you get yourself doing, or what would you tell yourself?
I think, to be honest with you, I always say to people, if you'd given sort of 19, 20-year-old me a bit of paper and asked me to write my property journey on it, I probably couldn't have wrote it any better than what's actually happened. But I definitely wouldn't loan money to anyone else, and I would probably be a little bit more bolder. I think the market conditions were quite difficult. So when I first got started, I was viewing properties on the market for like 6 months with agents, and I didn't put any offers in at all because I was too scared of rejection. I kind of half knew the agents. I didn't want them to not take me seriously. When looking back now, if I'd offered on at least half of those properties, must have been, I don't know how many properties, but a lot. If I'd offered on half of them, I probably would have got some deals earlier, and it would have probably propelled me a bit further. The other thing that I probably would have done that I never done was do a training course. So I never done any sort of formal property education at all, and I sometimes wear it like a badge of honour, and I think it sounds really cool, but I think the reality is if I had done a training course, there's sort of one provider, if you like, in Scotland at that time, I probably again would be further on in my journey, because what I had to do was learn from other people, like seek those other people out and learn from them, instead of I probably could have got a lot of the theory at that event and then turned it into practice in real life, I think.
Yeah, makes sense. So where can people follow you?
Instagram is Matt Morrison Property. I normally post all the deals we do, but there's no fancy content like yourself. And then I'm quite active on LinkedIn as well, just Matt Morrison.
Yeah, who am I here with?
Liam Greaves. You might know me on Instagram for Liam_property. So yeah, I'm on the retreat with Justin today, and it's been a great week so far and learning a lot. Nice.
And what do you do? What's your business currently? What do you do?
So it started off a bit of everything. So I've recently gone full-time into property. I've got buy-to-let, social housing, done flips and stuff like BRRs. But recently done my first trade, which is essentially where you're buying a property, you're not having to renovate it, and then you can immediately sell it for a profit. And it was very, very successful. And I've bought a couple since to trade. So I just wanted to come here to be around pretty much the experts, because that's where I want to be, and I look up to them. So being around these kind of people, you just take in so much knowledge.
Yeah, very true. And so you've kind of obviously alluded to why you're here and what you're wanting to learn, but is there something that you'd really like to get out of being here this week?
I suppose sometimes you don't know what you don't know. I'm sat there and I'm listening to things. I think, why didn't I think of that? And there's certain little nuggets where they seem little small things you learn, but that small thing might, you might action it in the future, which will completely change the direction of your business. So it's all these small little things you learn and you pick up on the way is just priceless, to be honest.
Nice. And do you think there's benefits to hearing other people's sessions as well?
Massively, yeah. It's such a variety of businesses and what everyone's doing. You're just constantly taking in different things and think, oh, maybe I can implement that into my business. And yeah, just learning so much.
Listening to your session and the feedback, I think one of the valuable things they said was just having pure clarity on what you're doing when you're getting into the deal, rather than having different strategies or 100%. Different thoughts, wasn't it? It was just have direction and go for it, wasn't it?
Yeah. So when you're trading, you're buying a property so much below market value that there's just so many options with it, which isn't sometimes I could BRR it and get all my money out, or I could do this. And so, but now, yeah, having a clear vision now has helped massively.
Good. And how long have you been in property?
So I actually bought my first one 11 years ago now, so quite a while. In my 20s, I was buying a property every couple of years, but it's about a year and a half ago I set up the business and to essentially do it full time.
Nice. And if you could go back to the person you were at the beginning versus what you know now, is there a bit of advice that you'd give that person?
Take massive action and surround yourself with the right people. And don't be afraid to, pay for courses, pay for mentorship. Because I was a bit like, I can't justify, paying for this. But, you make that money back so quick when you're in the right rooms with the right people, and you got the right people behind you, essentially.
That's true. It's having the belief that you are going to take the action, isn't it? Following, buying something, paying for something, joining something. So. Good. No, I think. Good. I think that's a great bit of advice. And I don't know what you were worrying about coming on camera. You've been great. And
yes, I was a little bit worried just before the camera. I said to Justin, "Oh God, I need to get over my fear getting on camera." So, but yeah, it's been alright.
So how you've done that? You've just taken action straight away. You've gone, I'll come on camera.
Yeah.
So
that's how you learn.
So yeah, great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Liam.
Thank you.